I cannot overemphasize the role IALA plays in supporting safety and security of those who work, travel, and entertain at sea, as well as ensuring the protection of international trade and our shores from the impact of marine incidents. As is the case with the other coastal nations, South Africa faces a major challenge of improving safety and environmental protection on our coastline. Whilst ensuring the ships transporting cargo are able to do so at international competitive freight rates, it is particularly challenging for South Africa and other African nations which are largely dependent on seaborne trade and with extensive and dangerous coastline, which encompass very environmental sensitive areas around it. And our government, through Transnet, recognizes the catalytic role that the National Ports Authority of South Africa plays in our region. And the National Port Authority is not alone in its investment through the coastline. Other state organs and private technology suppliers have also been investing in operations and facilities. And the commitment shown by these businesses is appreciated. South Africa is a country of great terrain and diversity, which brings to fore exceptional strength and vibrancy in its people. We place greater emphasis in finding innovative and cost-effective ways that can assist in the safe navigation of ships. And with the maritime transport being so vital to our economy, it is important that we continue to improve the necessary aids to navigation. And in this regard, we have developed an extensive network of maritime aids to navigation, incorporating many of the latest technologies which would not have been possible if we were not a member of IALA. In addition to the growing economic benefits associated with safe and secure navigation, there has been a corresponding growth in public recognition for the importance of trade routes. Business leaders, community leaders understand that the maritime industry does more than just facilitate the success of South Africa's import and export industry and improve the country's international trade. They understand that we are an economic engine in our own right, creating employment opportunities, business opportunities, and wealth throughout our operating communities. To reach our goals as a National Ports Authority, we committed to providing facilities and services to move cargo. And one of the challenges we face in years ahead is keeping pace with the growing movements along our coastline. And in the world of shipping, they say there are many routes to choose from. And for us, standing still is not an option. Therefore, the Transnet National Ports Authority, through its Lighthouse Business Services, is the only competent and legal maritime aids to navigation authority in South Africa. It operates and maintains about 45 lighthouses and other marine aids to navigation along the country's coastline. It also maintains the aids to navigation in all ports, fisheries harbors, as well as most private harbors and marinas under contract, thus ensuring that the aids to navigation on South African coast comply with international standards such as IALA. Therefore, over the following sessions of this conference, we will listen to informative dispositions about risk, quality and environment, impact of automatic identification systems, the AIS, e-navigation, visual aids to navigation, coastal zone development and emerging technologies. And you will agree with me that when fully harnessed, the digital technology will allow logistics services, suppliers, and providers in the region to enjoy an improved access to markets, distribution channels, information networks through fewer, more efficient and cost-effective exchanges. The program that has been set up for the next few days gives us an opportunity to explore options for addressing these challenges and emerging developments in aids to navigation. It's equally important that both the public and the private sector work in unison in successfully maintaining access which is seamless, efficient, and competitive in our shipping industry. Therefore, this conference will provide us with a rare opportunity to share our views, experiences, and get over the overview of the latest trends in the industry, whilst concurrently identifying avenues for efficiently addressing the market demands. Allow me in this juncture to applaud for their contribution to this conference, the local organizing committee. We clearly need to work hard and sustain the continuity of this important gathering. Foster public-private sector deliberation and discussions of lined-up issues. And in this respect, we need to work hard and cooperate in our individual, bilateral, and multilateral commitments. And I have no doubt that the type of collaborative forum should be sustained and even strengthened in the future. This conference should enable us to openly share views, promote the recognition that all stakeholders benefit from the efforts to eliminate maritime accidents and incidents in our waters. Ladies and gentlemen, to our first-time visitors, as well as those returning to enjoy our beautiful country and continent, our conference organizing committee has worked hard at putting together a conference that will offer an exciting, topical, dynamic business program, along with a pleasant and memorable experience of our wonderful country. With that, ladies and gentlemen, let me say that it's an honor and a pleasure of having you here. Have a good conference and a wonderful stay in South Africa, particularly in Cape Town. If any way we can make your stay more comfortable, please let us know. And on behalf of the Transnet National Ports Authority, I welcome you once more to our beautiful country and wish you a productive conference ahead. I will end my welcome address by thanking you all, the valuable guests, and I'm especially grateful to our Minister of Public Enterprises, Minister Barbara Hogan, for accepting our invitation to this occasion. To you all, thank you for being here. Welcome and enjoy the conference. See you again.
Thanks, Kumotso. I'd now like to call upon the Honourable Minister of Public Enterprises, Mr. Barbara Hogan.
Good morning to you all. You know, politicians are such boring people. And you expect me to compete with this magic show that was just on here. It's very unfair. So I'm determined to be as short as possible and to allow you to get down to the business of this conference. But let me welcome all of you here to our lovely country. We are really delighted to have you here.